Good morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. Today is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? Remember, we're going to talk about if there's anything that you left behind, any residue, any damage you did. You have to do damage control today to clean up whatever mess you made yesterday so you don't carry it over today mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, sexually, whatever it is you need to do. I suggest you clean that up so we have a really good Monday day today and have the best day ever. I told you we're going to talk about control. It's our number one killer. I'm going to read you the list and then go over one topic for today. Sarcasm. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people-pleasing, not able to say no, drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, porn, controlling everybody around you but yourself, distractions everywhere. You have nothing but excuses to do nothing. Gambling, work, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcasts, news, caffeine, surgeries, pain. Being in a relationship with a man or a woman and mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, sexually, or emotionally abusing one another, or else if you want to add to the list. Okay, today I want to talk about self-worth and what you do all day, how you value yourself. And the only way you know this is there's a lot of power in writing. I want you to write down what you do all day, and you would be amazed at how poorly you can be managing your time and where you're going wrong, what time you get up, how you get up, your attitude and the way you start your day is key to a successful day. Remember, I told you success is truly what you do today. And then when you start mastering your day, you look up and you're like, oh my God, look at my life. It's amazing. You get excited for the day. So when you write down all the things that you do all day and see where you're doing nothing and start to fill in that time with things that make you happy, with what makes your heart sing. And the importance of taking the time out. So much time is wasted on news, playing video games, anything that you do for hours, it's an addiction. And then your children get neglected, your partner gets neglected, your home gets neglected. Next thing you know, you're in a big hole. And it starts out with small. And next thing you know, it's 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. And you're wasting the whole evening just doing absolutely nothing. And remember, when anything is out of balance, somebody is getting destroyed in your life. Something is being neglected in your life. And the only way you can change that is by being aware of it. And when you write down your day, so what I want you to do, and then write down before you go to bed how you want to see your day be successful, and take the time out to do that and start changing that. And it is a process. But again, success is truly what you do today. So if you are a housewife or a houseman and you take care of the home, I want you to write down your price of what it would cost to have somebody come in there and do what you do. So many people devalue the mundane tasks that we do every day. And those mundane tasks are what makes a very successful world, a very successful life, and a successful day and a successful home. And it all needs to be respected. And I want you to put a price. So when your partners are devaluing of what you do all day, just put down what your worth is and what you do all day. And show them who you are. Never, ever, ever let anybody talk down to you and disrespect you. You have to start valuing yourself. You have to start speaking up. And then if you want to eventually get out of the home, I suggest that time you waste on TV or news or just stupid stuff that's you're going nowhere fast. Start working on the things that you love, what you want to see happier, what you want to do. Like if you're a creative writer, or if you want to start your own business, if you want to do a little stuff on the side, that all takes a conscious effort. That all takes discipline. That all takes practice. So you can get rid of all those foibles, all those things you're addicted to escape from the life that you absolutely hate. Remember, you have to create your life in harmony. It's not handed to you, and it's going to feel uncomfortable, and it's not going to feel good all the time. But I tell you, the gifts and the rewards are insurmountable because you are worth it. Remember, I talked about not too much of anything, balance, not too much of anything is important. Our kids, our partner, our play, our work. What happens is you start to resent your day. You start to resent your life. I had it happen in my own life. I was doing all the real estate, and I missed my life in harmony. And I said to my husband, the only way I'm going to survive this real estate business is I want my life in harmony back. I want to go back to my counseling. I want to go back to my book. I want to start teaching life in harmony. This is what makes my heart sing. I'm doing what I'm loving right now, this podcast, and how my kids encouraged me to do it, to be able to teach other people how to win, how to fight for your life, how to value yourself. Because it was a process for me, and everything that I've learned and all the courses I've taken, now I want to teach it and give it to whoever wants it. If you don't want it, you're not going to receive it. You have to want to get better. You have to want to have a greater life. And if you don't want it, it's never going to happen. You can't wish it or pray it to get better. This is a program of action. When we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You cheat yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you get in return. The goal for all of us is life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long, as natural as going to the bathroom, or else you get backed up. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, behind every breakdown, there's a breakthrough around the corner. People say, I want to help be a part of taking care of the world. Here's the good news. If you truly take care of yourself all day and be a living example, that is taking care of the world. We all have gifts. We all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care of the world. Doing your part with no exceptions. The answers lie inside of you. Hey, you smooth talkers out there, your words mean nothing. Your actions say everything. What happens is, if you're not your word, people, they don't value anything you say. They don't respect you. And then you wonder why the people around you never include you anything, because you're not your word and they don't trust you. And without not being your word or trust, you have nothing. And you end up a very lonely person. And this is for men and women out there. This is a male, female. There's no exceptions. And to me, being my word is probably the most valuing thing I could do for myself. Whenever I tell somebody I'm going to do something or call you on such and such day, I do it. I write it down and I follow through with being my word, because that's all we do have. And trust, when you lose trust with people, you lose everything. All right, I'm going to read a beautiful saying on spirituality. Okay. Spirituality begins when you decide you will never stop trying. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you're always at your limits. You're never back in the comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they're always against the edge and they're constantly being pushed through it. One should view their spiritual work as learning to live life without stress, problems, fear, or melodrama. This path of using life to evolve, spirituality is truly the highest path. Trust the process. The prerequisite to true freedom is to decide you do not want to suffer anymore. You must decide you want to enjoy your life and that there's no reason for stress, inner pain, or fear. It is a decision from your head to your heart. I just want to share one thing when you're writing down your day and planning on what you want to do. Don't think that you have to be perfect with anything you do. Everything I do in life, I just would wing it. I would decide I was going to do something. I would wing it. I would make mistakes. I would learn from the mistakes. But I didn't let that stop me. People will say, I had a friend that used to want me to film myself when I did workshops. I said, why would I do that? And then I wouldn't be my true, authentic self. I don't want to do it perfectly. I don't want to speak perfectly. I just want to go out there and be an example, be my true self. Even with the podcast, I'm not going to do it perfectly, but I'm just going to do it. We cannot do it perfectly. And that's why so many people don't get started. Just do it and learn from the process, and then critique and clean up as you go along. But if you think you're going to do it perfectly, then you're never going to do anything, because there's no such thing. And if you decide you want children, don't wait until it's the perfect time. Just do it. And that's the beautiful thing, is just you create it and make it up as you go along. And it just starts to get easier and easier and easier. Perfection is just another way to do nothing and set you up for failure. Okay, so I'm going to read a part of my book. Okay. Page 21, second paragraph. Our job is to accept, love, and respect each other as human beings. It takes plenty of work to get to this level. Our success depends on how much we are willing to let go, to release, accept, forgive, trust, and surrender to get to the next level. When I came to this realization, I was no longer intimidated by anyone again. For the first time in my life, I felt like an equal to my family and friends. I was no better or no worse. We all have to learn and grow at our own pace. There is a spirit in all of us which lets us know which direction to take or turn. It is mandatory to have some quiet time each day to listen to what the spirit guide tells you. Following this one simple process of listening can help make us happier, more loving human beings. Quiet meditation is a particularly powerful tool to enhance our lives. Most people tend to follow what everybody else suggests and never ask if this is what they want for themselves. You are the most important person on this planet. It is up to you to make your life happen. By doing this, you will be a living example of living life in harmony. There's a saying from Gina Davis: expanding and trying. I don't think life is about arriving somewhere and then just hanging out. It is expanding and expanding and trying to get somewhere new and never stopping. That's from Gina Davis. Okay, I love this. I remember growing up and how I made everybody just so much smarter than me. I could never learn like they learned. I always put myself under everybody. I didn't have the proper words. I was never going to make it in life. I hated school. It was just such an arduous task to get up and go and do the day. And when I started to get creative and start thinking for myself and stopped worrying about everybody else and what they want. I remember my dad setting up courses for me in school to be a secretary or a nurse, because they had great Blue Cross Blue Shield. You got to remember, my dad came from Poland and he escaped prison camp, and he worried so much about my freedom. All I wanted was freedom in my thinking. And he feared for my life. He truly feared for my life, because I was the only one that took my dad head on. I said, Dad, I have your balls and Mom's compassion. You're the one that gave this to me. And as time went on and he saw that I started living my dreams, he said, if you lived in any other country, you would be dead by now because of the way you think, Marianne. And this is what I want to teach everybody: just freedom to be yourselves, freedom to think for yourself, freedom to make your own decision, because in the end, nobody gives a shit. Only you can give a shit. And only we have to take care of ourselves. And that is taking care of the world. And when you get that, they have their own issues. They have their own problems. You know, when I get off this podcast, it's not like I sit there and worry. I have to do my day. I have too much work to do to worry. There's a problem if you're worrying about everybody around you. You're not doing your work. You're not taking care of yourself. So one of the things my daddy used to say, okay, Marianne, now what are you doing next? What are you doing next? He goes, everything I set out to do, my dad saw me accomplish it. And then he finally got it. And then he really started respecting my independent thinking. And he realized he just never had that freedom. He had 8 kids to raise. He was there. He was the most solid, consistent, loving human soul on earth. I just love my father and my mother and what they did. They did the best job they could. In the things I didn't like, I was able to change and have the strength and the courage. And that's what recovery was all about, is to learning about our parents and what they did wrong, what they did right, and not make them wrong, and to be able to love them for who they were and take that good that they gave us, because every parent brought something good to the table. I don't care how bad you think they were. There's always good in all of us. What is a good man? What a bad man? Teacher. What is a bad man but a good man's job? We all have work to do for each other. We all have our moments. We all take turns being, pieces of shit sometimes. We all can act like a fool. And it's our job to clean it up, to be the right person, and to take charge of your life, and to stop worrying about what other people think about what you're doing. The more you free yourself up, the more you don't care, the more you take charge of your life, that is taking care of the world. And that is the greatest gift you can give yourself. All right. Okay, I'm going to do the check-off list, work on one thing at a time. Eventually will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. I'm still working on mine. I set myself up. So far, I'm successful. I prepare my foods. I went to a party, had so much fun with everybody. I focused on the people yesterday instead of the food. I knew the food was going to be garbage, so I ate my lunch before I went to the party and had a blast with everybody. If I didn't prepare, I would have ate that garbage food and felt like crap and broke my program and wouldn't have felt good, and I wouldn't have spent the time with the people. I would be too busy eating all the garbage food and not enjoying myself. So it was a successful day because I set myself up to be successful. Remember, you have to prepare and set yourself up to have a successful day. It's not handed to you, and eventually it will be a way of life. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. What's controlling you? I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I can change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss my loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she is appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. Be true to ourselves. The answers lie inside each and every one of us. We need to be a priority to ourselves. The rest will follow. Everything we do is a practice and a discipline to master what we want. I will take charge of my life today and realize I am in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bail out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anyone to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. It's always about fear. What are you afraid of? There's nothing to be afraid of. I will talk with someone I trust and respect and be honest with them. Accountability is key. Cannot do it alone. We all lie to ourselves to do the easier, softer way. It never works. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will say thank you for everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I am willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. Do 2 things a day you don't want to do to have a successful day. I always do my getting up early. This morning was rough. I got up, and today I'm going to be doing my exercise, and I have a pamper day made out for me today, which I am so excited. I love when I do this. I take some days here and just pamper myself and do things for myself, my womanly stuff, and I absolutely love it. Okay, remember, we can all heal together one day at a time. It is a decision from my head to my heart, the greatest gift you can give yourself. If you want to reach me, at createyourspirit@gmail.com. Leave your number if you want to order books in bulk. I will go over if you want to do workshops or buy the books for a gift. leave your number. I will call you and teach you how to do the workshops. They're so much fun. You could do it with people you love and respect. And if you want to learn about my services, lifeandharmonyonline.com. Again, leave me a number. I'll call you and go over anything that it is that you want to discuss. And remember, I'm doing my podcast 5 days a week. If you can put it out there to all the people you love and respect, so we can all heal together. And remember, tell them to hit subscribe so the podcast automatically come to you, because they get sporadic when you put them on YouTube. And have them start with introduction, then podcast number 1, number 2. You need to start from the beginning and not skip steps, because then it won't make sense if you skip steps. You have to start from the beginning. And remember, I want you to have an unannounced day today. And thank you for listening.